and welcome to LNTV News Live, 30 minutes of all the news from Liberia, Africa, and the rest of the world. I'm your uncle Maxwell Johnson, presenting on this March 25th day, and the year remains 2019. Top story on LNTV News Live this morning. In less than a month, death hits National Legislature again. Monserrado District 5 Representative Adolph Lawrence died in tragic motor accident. Ghanaian miners evade Riverside County in illicit mining activities. Forestry Development Authority Board Chairman Harrison Conway calls on mankind to take responsibility of protecting the environment. And as well now, more than 130 people killed in an attack on a village in central Mali. These stories and more coming up on this edition of LNTV News Live. Please keep watching. We'll come back. We'll bring you the full details. To LNTV News Live, we now take this story on the sad note. Monserrado County District 15 Representative Ada Lawrence is dead. Representative Lawrence died in a tragic motor accident Sunday night near the Tower Hill community along the Robertsfield Highway. Eyewitnesses' account revealed that the jeep of the Monserrado County lawmaker reportedly ran under the truck conveying timber, killing him and a lady, Gwendolyn Darba Wilson, who was in the front seat of his vehicle. The deceased is the husband of Grand Bassa County Senator Yombli Kanga Lawrence. The body of Representative Adolph Lawrence has been deposited at the John F. Kennedy Morgue in Sincor. Liberia Friday joined other countries the world over in celebration of World Water Day. The day was celebrated under the theme "Leave No One Behind." At an indoor program at the Moravia City Hall, the orator and Grand Bassa County Senator Janetta Kaipe challenged stakeholders in the 15 counties to add their voices for the legislature to allot monies for improvement in this sector.
Encourage every county to allot a specific percentage of their county development fund. Every county sitting to the provision of safe drinking water for its citizens. These are some practical steps we need to venture as the government to ensure that we uphold the right to safe drinking water for our people. Let it be clear that there are other countries around the world who make similar sacrifices to provide resources in the national budget for the provision of safe drinking water for its citizens. In another section, Mr. Minister, I'll elaborate on the lower section. And so we call on the water sector as we move towards the acceptance of this expected budget, that a necessary program budget that will facilitate government efforts to provide the necessary resources for your operation will be brought to the legislature. And I can assure you that we together as one champion will ensure that government directs some of the resources to this commission.
In remarks, the executive officer of the National Water and Sanitation Hygiene Commission, Bobby Whitfield, disclosed that no citizen should die as a result of waterborne diseases.
We talk about water is life, it's all good. But what actually is life is quality, safe drinking water is life. Contaminated water is suffering, is sickness, is death. And this is what we want to change. We got water. Liberia is a water resource rich country. But how safe is the water our people are consuming. This is the question as government we are faced with today. And like I said, the President has appointed this commission to accelerate the progress in achieving Sustainable Development Goal 6. Sustainable Development Goal 6 talks about safe drinking water for all humanity on Earth, as well as decent sanitation and latrine for all humanity. Today, 2.1 billion people lack access to safe drinking water. 2.1 billion people. And for you, the students who joined us here today, it's a task that we cannot bear alone. That's why having you involved right at the early stage of your education is very important. So your advocacy, your intuition, your leadership, your wisdom you bring to the table in terms of addressing the water crisis in the world will lead humanity in a better direction.
The impeachment trial of Mbata Associate Justice Kabina Janet continues today at the Liberian Senate. According to our judicial correspondent, retired Associate Justice Philip Banks will continue providing his expert opinions in the ongoing impeachment trial. Justice Banks was subpoenaed by lawyers representing the legal interests of Justice Janet to serve as expert witness in the trial. This followed intense controversy over the interpretation of Article 43 of the Constitution by legal pundits and some members of the 54th Legislature. Prior to Justice Banks' appearance, Senators Milton Tiaji, Oscar Cooper, Jonathan Kaipin, and Daniel Nathan petitioned the Supreme Court for the interpretation of Article 43 of the 1986 Constitution, but the petition has since been denied by the High Court. Justice Janet is facing impeachment trial on allegations of misuse of power, corruption, and terrible property, among others. The chairman of the board of directors of the Forestry Development Authority, Harrison Kanwe, is calling on every humankind to take the responsibility of protecting the environment for the good of conserving the forest. Speaking at the celebration of International Day of the Forest, Mr. Kanwe challenged rubber farmers to develop a new and productive means of cultivating rubber without hampering the forest.
So all of us who live on this planet Earth have to take note and start to play our respective roles to conserve the environment. And since I'm a rubber farmer, rubber which has been one of the drivers of deforestation in the region, can also play a very important role in conserving the forest. Rubber farm is also a forest, but you can make it even more productive if you start to intercrop with compatible tree crops, such as cocoa and coffee. It's more profitable, it reduces competition for land, and increases farmers' profitability. During the period when latex is not yet coming, you can start to harvest cocoa and coffee before latex production starts. You can also plant banana and plantain to provide shade for the cocoa until they start to mature.
Serving as keynote speaker, Professor John Woods also called for concrete actions to be taken to sustain the forest and protected areas.
This is why the framework of the National Forest Reform in 2005 drafted the 3 C's. The policy and the law will provide for 30% of the Nigerian forest area to be based on the conservation areas. This 30% is 2/3 of the 2/3 quantity to the open region in West Africa. The biodiversity content of this forest that ability by scientists in 1999 to be global conservation community, a framework for educational environment for biodiversity conservation in the 21st century has been formulated, ranging from topics such as what is biodiversity, what is the threat to biodiversity, protected area management, sustainable development, rural communities, conservation, and resource extraction.
In remarks, Deputy FDA Managing Director Joseph Talley stressed the importance of conserving the forest, noting that illegal use of the area threatens the survival of humans.
Know that the forest is a source of food, source of livelihood activities for all humankind on this planet. If my statistics still remains constant, about 2 billion people of the world depends on the forest for livelihood. And that means we have 20% of the world population living on the forest. Now, why it is important for us to learn about the importance of forest? Because many of us, or almost all of us, are conducting or carrying out illegal activities in the forest. And if we do not have you informed to resist or mitigate the illegal activities in the forest, we will end up having no forest and our lives will be at stake, or even our survival will be threatened. So, we know illegal activities start from all stakeholders or interests.
Reports from Rivers County say illicit money activities by foreign nationals, mainly Ghanaians, are said to be taking place on a large scale in the county. Some residents of Rivers who beg for anonymity told ERBC News that illicit money is massively concentrated in the former logging area of RTR. The residents said efforts by local authorities to curtail the illicit money activities by Ghanaians proved unsuccessful. Meanwhile, the people of Rivers County are calling on the county authorities to go beyond the recent arrest of the county commerce inspector for his alleged involvement into illicit money activities and exploitation of Rivers' rich resources. It can be recalled that there are over 400 dredges operating along the Cestus River up to RTR in Rivers County by foreigners. Indeed, if you just joined us, a reminder that you are watching LNTV News, that the meanings of interesting development for Liberia, Africa, and the rest of the world. I'm your anchor, Maxwell Johnson, and story top LNTV News Live this morning. In less than a month, Dev hits National Legislature again. Maserado District 5 Representative Ada Lawrence died in tragic motor accident. Ghanaian miners invade Rivers County in illicit mining activities. Forestry Development Authority Board Chairman Harrison Conway calls on mankind to take responsibility of protecting the environment. And up the home front, more than 130 people killed in an attack on a village in central Mali. We're taking a break. When we come back, we'll bring you more development. Please keep watching. Welcome back to LNTV News Live. We'll now take this story. A €4 million project codename supporting effective advocacy in Liberia seal has been officially launched with a call for support to civil society organizations in the country to enhance good governance. Speaking at the program Friday in Cinco, the country director for KTK, a Swedish NGO working for women's rights, Maries Paz Ortega, outlined their role as one of the implementing partners for the 4-year project.
We hoped that through our engagement in this initiative, we will make sure that the civil society organizations and the community-based organizations that are selected to participate integrate gender mainstreaming
what is the criteria? People say gender, and for me, I think gender refers to a balance of both males and females, but women have been focused on this. Why do you think so?
Well, it's true that people tend to identify gender equality with women empowerment, and that's not necessarily that is the same concept. However, because of women having been in a position of less privilege than men for many, many years, if not to say decades or centuries, there has been a need to make an additional effort to bring those women forward, to bring those women to the startup point where they are equal to men. That's what at times gender equality has that bigger emphasis on women empowerment, even though it's about equality between both.
Now,
also speaking, the country director of Mexico, Kwesi Giabo, stressed the importance of their partnership with national government and also commented on prospects of the project.
We have vast expectations that this is really going to help the legitimacy of CSOs in this country. We are not really looking at a scenario where CSOs will now become antagonists of the government, but they will become partners of the Liberian government to ensure that whatever the government wants to do to help its people actually happens. Then to also ensure that people are aware of what is going on, that people are asking the right questions of their leaders in the communities. So that's something that we are really excited about and we're looking forward to.
What's going to be the guarantee from the people in terms of trying to get their voices heard, their inputs being heard in the governance of the country? What's going to be the guarantee?
Right. So from the onset of the project right now, I can't assure you that it's going to work 100%. But what I could say is we've had the government buying into the whole project. The government has been supportive throughout. They've provided us guidelines, they've provided us ways that we should be looking at things. And once you have a government that is open to accept new projects and new ways of doing things, you know that definitely what you're trying to do will actually happen and will do well. So from the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Education, Agriculture, all of them have been so supportive from the very onset. So that gives...
The chairman of the ruling Coalition for Democratic Change, CDC, Momba Molu, is calling for the establishment of an institutional framework to care for the elderly. Chairman Molu said government must create the enabling environment to ensure the safety and care of all people in Liberia. He encouraged young people in the country to offer care and protection for all people as it is mandatory from the Bible. Chairman Molu was speaking over the weekend when he dedicated the newly renovated Edward Charles Bright Old Folks Home in Duaza Magibi County. The building was refurbished by a group of young people honoring the banner Friends of Jefferson Koji at the cost of $3,000 United States. He thanked the group for undertaking such initiative and stressed the initiative demonstrates the social philosophy and ideology of Monrovia City Mayor Jefferson Koji. Meanwhile, the director of the Edward Charles Bright Old Folks Home, Anna Kban, has lauded the group for the project, but Kban appealed for support from government for caregivers in the country. The communications director at the Supreme Court, Attorney Ambrose Mann, says a decision for Chief Justice Francis Kokpo to preside over the impeachment trial of Associate Justice Kabina Jane is not a matter of choice. Speaking with this station Friday, Attorney Mann said if the Chief Justice had recused himself, he would have set a bad precedent in a violation of the Constitution of Liberia.
History of impeachment, but we don't have a history of an impeachment trial.
Oh, okay.
All right. Like the recent one most people will refer to is the former Chief Justice Chipo. When the House of Representatives read the bill of impeachment, he decided to resign.
Okay. So he didn't challenge it.
He decided to resign, just leave the thing, and the president said, no, I'm not taking that resignation, we impeach you. So he didn't go through the trial. He just said, okay, say impeach me, impeach, go. Yeah, but he didn't go through the formality of an impeachment trial.
Okay.
All right. So and I stand to be corrected, and even in,
I think I was big enough to understand that happened.
Yes. So So we have not gone through a full trial, you know, of an impeachment proceedings. Unlike the recent one in the United States, I think the last one was with former President Bill Clinton. So you cannot say the Chief Justice cannot do this, you know. So these are some of the things that go deeper to that, but you know, it is just that sometimes we just need to give the awareness and the education to our people that he has no choice unless he decides that.
Nimba County District Full Representative Gopu Kagon wants parents prioritize their children's education despite the many challenges they are faced with. Representative Kagon spoke at the 5th Gala anniversary of Faith Academy International School in Pinsville, Osa Monrovia. Richard Colley has a report.
The Faith Academy International School system Friday took center stage as it commanded huge attention from onlookers on the streets, who got attracted to the school as it paraded the streets of Pinsville. The event was not only limited to the usual military parade, but the exhibition of various professional careers, including doctors, nurses, lawyers, and engineers, amongst others. Speaking at the occasion, Nimba County lawmaker Gopu Kagon encouraged parents to educate their children no matter the challenge they are faced with.
Few years back, they seen life. We practice the same life in my own hometown, Whiteley, around the border, where at that time there was no school. We are blessed today that we've seen a very beautiful school building. During my time, there was no school. We used to go in the coffee farm. Because if you stay home, when those general at that time sees you, sometimes they will grab you and carry you at the washroom. So because of that, we used to go attend in the coffee farm, and my mom used to embarrass me. Why you are so curious about education? If I knew without education, how possible I would have seen here today.
For his part, Faith Academy proprietor Councillor Zeyi Deki said the school will continue providing quality education for Liberian children.
We are very happy that this school has sustained itself up to this point. Like I told you in time past, we emphasize quality education. This school is in this community to promote the effort of our government to produce quality education to the citizens of this country. It is to remind yourself of the undertakings of the vision and the implementation and the manifestation of your dream, to see what you dream about, to see it be manifested. I will see students, their parents are on campus, as you see there, they are merry-making, and that we are happy.
Faith Academy International School is indeed contributing to nation building by molding the minds of the kids who are poised to fill the generational gap of Liberia. I am Rachel Biangwe Colley, report.
As you may be aware, last week Representative Gopu Kagon vehicle was involved in a tragic motor accident that led to the death of a motorcyclist in Kakata, Magibi County. Representative Kagon is meanwhile appealing to the bereaved family of the motorcyclist to remain patient as they will work out modalities to ensure that the law takes a course. The incident took place in Kakata. We have an excerpt.
Few students will be coming from our district to go in America, the city called Iowa, in the place called North Community College. So there where the children will be going, and their need have been sent in America. So we stay awaiting another document to come from America through the embassy of the United States for the children to leave.
But bless God so much to stand before you at this time. I think through my speech as a guest speaker, I told the people today is my sad day because since I was born, I haven't experienced such a difficulties like somebody dying by vehicle. Since then, I haven't experienced that. And Tuesday when I was coming from Nimba, I went Nimba. We went certain portion of my district called PE. We programmed for 16-bedroom guest house. All of all were jubilating. We left from that place on Saturday. We went in a nearby town called White Plain. We programmed for another 8-room building for the nurses. We call it nurses quarter. So all of these things, after discussing it, we were happy to the extent we came down there. We slept in the morning. I was leaving to come for a job in Monrovia. But unfortunately for us, when we reached in Kagata, there was a gentleman coming from the other side. Well, I don't know how it happened. The guy came straight on the car, and unfortunately, the guy died. And since then, the trauma, I've been wondering, I've been thinking, my mind is disturbed, and I don't know what to do. But still, we need God's intervention in the minds of the family.
And briefed up the home front now, more than 130 people were killed in an attack on a village in central Mali on Saturday by armed men wearing traditional Dogon hunters' clothing. A BBC correspondent says the gunmen surrounded the village at dawn before attacking people in their homes in Ogosagu in the Mopti region. The attackers targeted members of the Fulani ethnic community accused of having ties to jihadists. The victims of Saturday's daily attack were killed with guns and machetes. Witnesses told the BBC nearly all the huts in the village had been burned down. The attack took place while United Nations ambassadors were in Mali to discuss increased violence. The Security Council mission met Prime Minister Somelu Bayi Magai to take the talk and increased threat from jihadi fighters in central Mali. A nearby mayor of the village of Kwenkoro, Chik Haruna Zankari, described the attack as a massacre. Well, on that foreigner, that's how we come to the end of this edition of LNTV News Live. Join us for our updates today at 12, 2 and 4. Thank you so much for your video. Thanks to our editors and reporters for making the package a success. I've been your presenter, Maxwell Johnson, bidding you a very, very good day from Pinsville.
Liberia safe forever. So open up your heart and let the unity begin. Love is all we need to make it stand.
Naresh Brothers, retailer in consumer electronics, home and office furniture, located on Randall Street, Broad Street, Red Light, Waterside, and 15th Street Sinker, are the sole distributor of Afstron, Addy, H2O, TCL, and so many best brands around the world. Naresh Brothers also have a wide range of home appliances including freezers, washing machines, air conditioners, and the first ever rechargeable flat screen TV in Liberia. Yes, at Naresh Brothers we have cell phones, stereo sets, mixers, and amplifiers for any occasion. And that's not all. At Naresh Brothers you can find the best quality home furniture, dining room sets, executive office set, and conference room table. We also offer warranty and after-sales service on our products. For more information, please call cell numbers 0881 629 110 or 0770